What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be episode 2 of Nerdcast. So I'm here with James again, and then we got Will back here. What up, boys? All right, well, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Black Widow. What do we think here, boys? What do we think, Black Widow?
I think Marvel are deception masters.
Oh, absolutely.
When it comes to that trailer.
Oh yeah.
Because boy, was it way better than I think most people anticipated.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really good. I saw it twice already. And I feel like watching it the second time, I found more stuff that like I didn't catch in the first one. So I thought it was really good. Yeah, for this being the first movie in the next phase or whatever, I thought it was pretty good, and to kind of welcome us back after not of a long drought, but a little drought of not a lot of Marvel movies, just a lot of these TV series. I thought it was pretty good entry.
For sure. I mean,
and here comes James.
Oh yeah. What say you, Jimothy?
The movie was, it was all right.
This guy, what? I thought it was all right.
It was a good action movie, but not a good Marvel movie.
There was a ton of action. What do you mean not a good Marvel movie?
I didn't think it was. I mean, it wasn't the best. I mean, I wouldn't say it was like Hulk or like Thor: Dark World, but it was
right.
Still,
but
yeah,
are you just saying that because are you saying that was coming off of Endgame in the movie theaters? Is that what you're trying to?
No, I mean the movie was all right.
Yeah,
I won't say it's bad.
Yeah,
If this could have came out in like phase 2 or 3, then I would have been fine with it. But it's like they didn't really tie anything together. It was like, oh hey, this is her background. Hey, like this is where she came from, and then there you go. Like, okay, we kind of already figured that because we've already seen flashbacks of.
Right, but I feel like this movie, it was more or less a not getting to know, but a like, okay, who is Black Widow? Obviously we know, but for me, and I'm now I'm gonna pronounce it, I guess, correctly, but Budapest, I think that was probably one of the cool things that actually what happened, and
I will say that I did like that. I like how they went back because they always mentioned it. Like,
right.
Oh, Budapest.
Like, we're all like, what happened? What's going on? And now we know.
Exactly, yeah.
I did like how they had the arrows in the walls.
That was sick. Yeah.
I did like that
as
because
as soon as I saw it, I was looking at it, I was like, okay, those are not bullets, and then I saw the triangle, like the head, I was like, oh, and then she said Clint, I was like, let's go, dude. I was like, let's go.
Yes.
I thought they were gonna show like a video clip of them fighting or something. I think that would have been cool.
That would have been
So,
something.
yeah, no, for sure. So I feel like for me it was more or less of, okay, we're tying this in together, and this movie wasn't really supposed to give us what's happening after, because this was just about Black Widow. So I guess we all know about every other character. We didn't. Black Widow was kind of on the back burner. So for us to not understand how she became, what happened, kind of put clues together, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. I think as a whole, if you delve into it and really pick apart the details, it really actually explains more than what's just on the surface, because what happened in Budapest still isn't fully explained, and I don't think they're gonna fully explain it until possibly the Hawkeye
because I was even thinking because I guess I could say this now. I feel like they could have done more with her, more with the character, because now we were in the time after Civil War. Okay, so now we understand where she went, what happened, we know her story, but from the end of this movie until Infinity War, she didn't do anything. She was going. She was flying or whatever. Now, I mean, I guess they could kind of throw in there like what happens in between from her leaving. Did she go right there? Because obviously there was events that happened before then. So
Right.
But the only other part we know is her unfortunately dying in Endgame. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like they could have done more with her. I'm not too sure what they did on the comics with her.
So
yeah, I was talking about today. I don't know, dude. Because okay, we're gonna talk about this right now. Or right now. At the end of Endgame, yes, Hawkeye was holding her, and she sacrificed herself. Now to do that, to get was it the Mind Stone, right?
Soul Stone.
Soul Stone.
Soul
In
Stone,
order
yep.
to get the Soul Stone, you have to give the Soul Stone a soul. So that's how they got the stone. Now,
soul for soul, essentially.
right? Soul for soul. Now, Steve Rogers going back in time, putting the Infinity Stones in their rightful place. Does that allow her to now? She's resurrected. I don't know. I don't think that's true. Like, how is? Because if they do the multiverse and you branch off to Black Widow here, it's not this timeline though. You know what I'm saying? Like how would they bring her back, and where would she progress into this next phase? You know what I'm saying?
This is how she's gonna get back in. It's gonna be a timeline where she didn't sacrifice herself,
and Clint sacrificed.
And Clint,
yeah.
And then they're gonna be like, drop you in.
So you think they would do that though?
It's Marvel.
Yeah, okay, but then I feel like they're going a lot by the comics. In the comics, does she even progress after this? Like her character, right? How does she come back into this? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's in her sacrificing herself for the Soul Stone is necessarily in the comics.
But,
don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that because I don't read comics all that much. But part of me thinks that they may not bring her back because, I mean, I think in some way she could make like some sort of cameo or something like that. Because from Endgame, when Tony Stark basically, did the whole snap and brought everybody back and fixed everything, got rid of Thanos and all that. There was going to be there was a deleted scene that was him in what looked to be the soul.
Oh yeah,
inside of the Soul Stone, or like in the soul realm or whatever, talking to his daughter in the future when she's older and everything.
That was supposed to be the 13 Reasons Why girl. I forgot what her name was. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's her. She was supposed to play his daughter in the future.
Right.
Yeah, in the future.
So, maybe they do something like that where,
Yeah, but then now that also got me thinking, and now I'm going to be on the bandwagon of they're not bringing her back because Doctor Strange said there was one timeline or one scenario that they won. So everything else, they don't win. So how do we bring her back when the only one way to beat Thanos is to get the Soul Stone, and that's how she,
Yeah.
I guess I don't know, man.
But Loki, he's this is what this series is doing. It's branching.
Dude, it's so I don't know, man. I just feel like I know what's going on, but then I feel like I don't know what's going on.
This might be
into a timeline where none of this happened. Like Thanos never happened. It was just like, hey, here you go.
But if you think about it, even in the Loki, everyone, I guess not everyone, but I feel like everyone fought Thanos. No,
at least everybody that we were introduced to.
Yeah.
Because that's not saying. I mean, sure, there could have been other big bads on an equivalent level to Thanos, but who's saying that that's necessarily Thanos?
Yeah.
I mean, and who's saying that it's like even, the same event, where Thanos basically wipes out half the universe's population, could be something completely different, in a completely different entity of itself.
Right. So I guess I don't know. It's kind of cool to think about, and I feel like you can't not think about that stuff when you talk about Black Widow, just because she did play a huge role in obviously defeating Thanos with sacrificing herself. So I feel like that's something that is going to be popping the mind, and thinking about how we're going to bring her back and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely something that we're going to have to maybe predict or kind of think about.
And maybe they, sorry to interrupt, but maybe they don't even bring her back at all. Maybe they just start like a whole new, I guess, line of Black Widow.
Well, now that leads me to the next thing I was going to bring up is, okay, her sister, and I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Yelena.
Elena?
Yelena, yeah.
Oh, Yelena. Okay. So maybe now they bring her back as the Black Widow. I don't know. Which I thought Black Widow, even watching the movie, I thought Black Widow was like, okay, she's the last one, because obviously Widow is like, the last, obviously, husband dying. So the last widow of, I thought everyone's gonna die, but that didn't happen. So that's how I thought she maybe got her name. I don't really know how she got her name. So
but then it turns out that everyone one of those girls, everyone is a Black Widow.
Right. So yeah, there's a lot of going on, man. So okay, so now introducing her. I think Elena, right?
Yelena, yeah.
Yelena. I feel like she played a really good role, and the actor portrayed her really, really good.
Actress, I forget what her name is.
James. Yeah, I can't. I don't know her name. But I thought she played really, really good, and I don't know if she is Russian, but her Russian accent was on point.
She's English.
She is.
I looked her up. Because I was like, wow, she's very, very fine. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I looked her up, guys. She's 25, I think.
She's a couple months older than me, so.
Oh my goodness.
Jimmy looked her up too.
Well, of course you guys did. You guys are little simpies.
Hey.
But yeah, I thought she played really good.
Hey now.
No, the fact that she is from the UK and she played that Russian accent was phenomenal. Now, what do you guys think about Red Guardian?
I thought he was hilarious.
I thought he was funny, dude. I thought he was funny. I thought he was a
great, like, he's the Russian Captain America. He's like
great casting.
Right. No, for sure. And the way that he was talking, it was just funny. Like, I pick things up, I put them down. Like, there's just that kind of mentality. I thought it was sweet. Now, I don't know if you guys caught this, and I don't know if this is something in the comics, but when they first, I guess, freed him from prison, he was talking to them, and then he's like, hey, Natasha, like, come here, and talking. I don't know if they're going to do something with him now, but about the Red Wars. I don't know, is that a thing in the comics, the Red Wars? Because I caught it. I don't know if it was true. I haven't looked it up yet, but it was, I guess him and Captain America fought or something.
See, that was one of the things I actually had down was.
I'm like, no shit. But then we have to bring back
or was it what's his face from
John Walker?
No, not Walker. It's the other guy, Isaiah Bradley.
Ooh.
The African American Captain America.
Oh, yeah.
Because Cap was underneath.
But even
it can't be because this is after Civil War. It can't be.
But he's in prison though. He was most likely in prison when Cap was taken out of the ice.
Right. So who was the cap? There was no Captain America, right?
Yeah, that was one of the things that I had down, was because he's telling stories to the prisoners of how he fought Captain America and all this and that, and then he brought up the years, like 83 or 85 or whatever he said, and then the guy was like, Captain America was underneath, like still in ice, because he wasn't. Cap wasn't thawed until what, 2011, 2010,
2011.
2011.
But I feel like I see. I don't know if it would be Isaiah, because I feel like
even
I feel like you
Isaiah.
can tell the difference between obviously the two. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know if I don't know.
You could, but I mean, I guess in technicality, he's not wrong.
He could be just BSing. He's just
right. He probably because he's obviously in prison. He's trying to,
But he's also in prison, so who knows what kind of access he has to like pictures and stuff like that of like the actual Captain America.
Yeah, but he's in like Russia's like.
He's in Russia's Supermax, like
super prison. I don't think he has access to.
Right.
So I don't know. That was just something I caught. I was like, okay, maybe they do something like that. But I feel like if they're gonna, I feel like it would have to be the. No, I probably no. It's not. It can't be the Chris Evans Captain America. Yeah, he's under the ice. So I don't know.
That's why I'm saying. I think That's why I think it's Bradley because he never specified.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
He didn't say, "Oh, his blue eyes" or whatever. He just said,
"Right,
Captain America."
Right. He just said Captain America. Right. Because in the comics, Isaiah Bradley was
the first Black Captain America. Yeah,
he had the suit too. He had everything.
So I guess that's
at least in the comics.
I didn't catch right away because now I'm thinking back. Yes, that is what he told to now obviously Captain America but Falcon at that time.
Yeah.
So that is right. I guess it's for me. I didn't catch on that quick enough. But yeah, that could be maybe they do something like that. They bring him obviously back as a Captain America he was talking about. That could be something kind of cool. I think that'd be kind of cool. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was cool. I just feel like, what do you guys think of like the whole the operation thing? I guess the whole like
the brain experiments and everything.
Right.
See,
because I didn't even know if it was Drakovich or Drakovich. Is that how you?
Dreykov.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I wrote all this down.
No,
guys.
You're good. I didn't know. Like obviously Loki said something to Black Widow in the first Avengers, but I didn't like. Oh, who's that? So like I didn't
because he wasn't really introduced.
Right. So now they have this technology. Because did you notice? Even I think the first scene or when he was the chip or whatever. That this is the only one that was not burnt or on fire or something. And then we later find out that chip is not what we thought it was. It's like some like mind controlling thing. So
it was the key to the mind control agent.
Who created that? Is that gonna be like the next thing where now these people are mind controlled? You know what I'm saying? Like not who created it, but wasn't that Hydra at the time that created that?
It was, technically Hydra under the SHIELD name at the North Institute, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe that's going to play a key role in the not next movies, but we might see that mind control. Maybe not to the extent of Dreykov.
I'm just.
I mean, there are still those Black Widows out there all across the world that are still under mind control.
That's true.
But that's why I think the Black Widows that got mind controlled, I think that's what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna just keep trying to make the powder and just go around the world and just start.
Yeah, because
you saw the map.
Yeah, that and Natasha. Yeah, Natasha saved one of the vials. So
now in the comics, is that a thing? I can't remember. I don't know if that's an actual thing. Like, is that a series? No, okay. Maybe they can write something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just what I did like about this movie is that it tied in because I did wonder like where was Black Widow, Cap after Civil War to Infinity War. So I'm glad what it did help is A, be an origin story. And B, it did like the time like boom here, and then at the end of the movie, literally, I'm gonna guess like a day or so before you see them in was it England where they first showed Cap like saving all of them? Mm-hmm. Was it England, something like that? I know it's in Europe.
Yeah,
that's the prison, right?
No, that was when they were following Wanda and Vision.
Yes.
In Infinity War.
Was Black Widow there with him when he saved Wanda?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe I don't know. I'd have
Yeah,
to look
because
at
when
her
he caught the
contract.
spear and everything, it was
Now,
just like super
maybe
badass.
right. Maybe they do something. Okay, how did she meet up with Cap, and how did they make the plan, or how did they find Wanda? Maybe that's another like Black Widow 2 or something. Maybe it's not like an origin story, but now it kind of progresses into that.
They had said that I think they said they found them because of their trackers.
Oh.
They
Oh
say
no, they turned off their
they
trackers.
turned off their trackers, so they went to wherever they were to go find them. But I don't know how she met up with Cap.
Right.
I thought he was going to be like in this. I thought he was going to be in it.
They
I thought he
started
was
playing
gonna
like
be like,
Avengers music. I was like, oh my
You know
god,
what's
oh my god.
funny? I
Yeah.
looked up the casting list for the movie, and Tony Stark, Chris Evans, Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. I'm blanking on his name, Jeremy Renner.
yeah.
I think that was it. Are all in the casting list for the movie.
Maybe he was trying to throw us off.
So, because I looked it up after it came out, so I looked it up after I watched it, and I was like, interesting. I don't remember them being in the movie, but then Clint's in the end, the post-credit scene. So, like, I guess they've got to put him in somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like that would be really cool. But then if they do that, they have to bring Evans back, and he didn't renew his contract.
Well, did you hear what
he could sign a completely new contract too?
Did you hear what Feige said though? They're
What
not
he
signing to people. He's not signing people to long contracts now.
Oh, really?
Because he thinks they're gonna have poor production in the movie because they're like bound to this thing. So he's like, I'm just gonna keep like, I'll sign you to this movie so that you do your best, and if you keep doing it, I'll keep signing you again.
Okay.
But he's not sticking to people the long term because he had a feeling like.
Well, even with Evans, dude, his first contract was huge, dude, and he's bound to that. And so he had to play that Captain America role, couldn't play anything else for.
Why do you think he wanted to get out of it, or not get out? But
just
I feel like
take a step back.
Yeah, take a step back from it.
Oh,
because
for sure.
He's like, because that's what people know. They're like, oh, you're Cap, like,
right.
And he's like, yeah, I'm a superhero, but
I can also do other things.
Right. I do other stuff. Right. He's not. Just
I also really love dogs. Like.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I guess I was gonna say this at the end. I'm just gonna talk about it now because we're on this topic. I was talking to my dad. I don't know if he would do it. I don't know if this break is gonna be good for him. I don't know if this is gonna be a long. It's gonna be a long time even before. But if they can prepare, I think if they brought Chris Evans back for Human Torch from Fantastic Four, that would be so sick to me.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It would,
but I think in a way,
you know how many people are going to be like, but he's already
right.
He's
but
already been
I'm like five head moment. If we're doing this universe stuff, he's in a different timeline. He's Human Torch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So in one timeline, he's Human Torch, and the other, he's Captain America.
I think that would be so sick because he was the original Human Torch in the first Fantastic Four. It'd be so sick, dude.
So basically, what you're saying is
Captain America. Like,
so what you're saying is they almost do like not necessarily a remake, but like I guess part 2 to the first.
No, not necessarily
Fantastic Four.
I guess maybe not a part 2. They just obviously I don't know. We have no idea what they're gonna do if they're gonna rewrite the script or kind of go with it. We don't know. I'm just saying. I just feel like he played that role really good too. Because growing up, dude, Human Torch is the best. I love Human Torch. I was like, Human Torch, man, that's awesome. Obviously, I didn't know that was Chris Evans at the time. He was Human Torch to me. But then now I grew up. I feel like maybe a lot of people forgot about that, but I didn't because he was like my favorite superhero at the time. But I feel like maybe people forgot about that, so they don't know that he was because all these other Fantastic Fours came out. I think 2 of them, 1 or 2. So they
did with this cast. They did 2. And then they redid it. It was hot garbage.
Yeah, it was
like Michael B. Jordan and
I remember that.
So
I'm just that.
Love you, Michael B. Jordan.
Since we're on the Fantastic
Great actor.
Four, I think we should do a prediction.
Right now,
Oh no!
Who do you think?
Things never end well.
Who do you think is going to play each person? Who do you think would make a great Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, Human Torch and the Thing.
See, I don't know because I don't know. The only person that I remember is Chris Evans as Human Torch. So that's the only person I can think of. I don't know because they could completely recast it and keep Evans. You know what I'm saying?
I
Krasinski for
yes,
fantastic.
Yes,
John Krasinski.
100%.
He needs this role. I think it would
fucking cast me, Marvel.
I think that would be the best thing.
Yeah, cast Blake is the thing.
Oh my God.
And then Emily Blunt as his wife.
As
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Susan Storm. And then Human Torch.
I'm just going off me, dude. I'm just going off me. I would want to see it because I love that movie. I grew up with him. I would want to see it. That's just me.
I gotta go with Blake. I mean, having Chris Evans come back and reprise the role of Human Torch, that'd be something worth seeing.
I don't know who I would have for either or for the thing and
who played the Thing originally in that first one?
Oh, I don't know.
Whoever played it, I thought
I was like 5. I don't know. I was like, oh, it's a guy in the rock. Oh, shoot.
The Rock, dude.
And plus, dude, with all like the new computers and technology, Human Torch is gonna look sick.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked sick back then.
Right.
Ben Grimm was
Ben Grimm.
Okay.
Bring Ben Grimm back. Is he still alive? Probably insensitive.
Yeah, dude. I feel like that would be cool. I don't know. That's just me. What?
Yeah, I was just kidding. That's his name, and
I was gonna say Ben Grimm. I think that's the Thing's real name.
Michael Chilkins.
Michael Chilkins. Bring Michael back.
Chilkins or Chickless? I don't know. Yeah, he's still alive. He's 57.
Maybe we should have Michael Shapiro go and audition.
Jesus Christ. He's gonna watch this without you folks, serious. I don't know, dude. I was just my.
Hey, man. Cool. Dude's over there just lifting those weights all day. So talking them customers up.
Right. Well, that's just popped in my head, so I thought that was, yeah.
All right. Preview. What do we think's gonna happen in Loki season finale on Wednesday? What do we think?
Before we get into Loki, there is one thing. This is probably really out there. Like way out there, but from Black Widow, I had this is kind of my own little personal theory, but I think that Dreykov might have or had some Ten Rings connections, because if he's that deep into government affairs,
that's true. I didn't even think about that. He said, "I own this world," but he's dead though.
That's right. And we thought his daughter was dead.
That's also a thing. That's also a thing I wanted to complain about the movie.
Taskmaster. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. Hey,
listen. No. Before you rip me in the comments, I don't mind women characters. It's just
it was a certain way in the comics.
Yes, a certain way in the comics, and they kind of just wrote her off or him off.
I'm not honestly. I'm not even that mad that it's a woman character. That's fine with me. She was badass, dude.
Yeah,
I think she was underused though.
I'm more upset that they just ended it, like Taskmaster.
Yeah. I don't know if this anymore. I don't know if they did that because they could bring because the Taskmaster's just a name. They could or it's just like a software, basically.
I guess.
I mean, because she had a chip implanted in her neck.
Is that like, Taskmaster's actual thing in the comics? Did he have a chip?
No,
I thought it was just he just watches.
He had like a disorder that basically it was like a photographic reflexive memory. agree that.
I don't know if they're gonna bring her back.
Right, but I don't know if it's necessarily gonna be her. What I'm saying is that it's a software, and if it's a software, that could get passed different people.
But if
maybe they
dead,
bring, but maybe they. She's not dead.
No, I'm talking Dreykov, because we saw.
Yeah, he's dead,
right.
But they still have the chip in her neck.
Is he dead though?
They
never.
So.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, but you notice how
all you see are the glasses.
But no. But in Black Widow, her sister said, "Did you every kill? Did you check the body?
Yeah.
Did you see a body?
I didn't.
There was
We just
no
saw
body.
glasses.
We just saw glass. We saw glasses.
She said no. There was no body to check.
Yeah. So.
I mean, all we saw were him and his guys get enveloped in a ball of flames, and then his glasses fly.
Yeah, but that's what Black Widow did too.
Yeah.
She planted bombs all over, and then saw the explosion, and she was like, "Yep, that's it."
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
I think either way, though, there is a potential for them to bring back a Taskmaster, whether it be Antonia Dreykov or somebody completely new or different. There's a possibility that they could.
They totally just, dude. She was badass. She was badass throwing that shield and shit. I thought it was sick. And then now, she was under mind control, and then now there's no Taskmaster. Now you can't bring that character in the MCU and then not play it anywhere else.
Right.
Because I feel like
I think even if they don't bring back her as a villain,
but
it would still be
cool.
Do
anything though. Like, she didn't even do anything. Like I don't.
I mean, what she did in that movie was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But, she was sick.
Like,
also, can we talk about how Dreykov's castle looked like the frickin' Bowser castle and like the old things where it's like floating around? Floating around.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was funny.
I was like, when I watched it, I was like, "What is this?
Bowser? Mario?
Is this Bowser and Mario?"
Just waiting for Mario to like come out of like the side frame, just like it's me.
I thought when Black Widow she severed her nerve, I thought that was badass, dude. I was like,
oh yeah, she was like,
and then she's like,
oh. That was
dude.
I thought that
because I was wondering, I was like, if I was them, I would be like,
exactly.
But they were just like, I can't hit you, and I'm like,
I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean?
I was about to be like, grow a pair. Yeah, I was about to be like, grow a pair.
Yeah. I mean, like, but that goes to show like how deep Dreykov was into this, because he took just about every step to like prevent him from being overthrown or like him losing power.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nuts.
But I think Black Widow has his ring.
Oh, she does, because she took it off.
What happened to the ring? Because he's like, I gotta go back.
Oh, afterwards, yeah.
What happened afterwards? Where's that?
Maybe she left it
the world and the widows.
Oh, and that brings me into the 10 rings thing too, because every one of the leaders of each individual faction, what do they have?
Rings.
They have a ring.
But in the Shang-Chi,
I think it's the 10.
What we've seen.
10
but
rings,
what?
though,
No. Yeah. But
like huge.
Yeah.
Right. Those are the actual 10 rings. These are different leaders of the 10 rings. Different leaders of the factions.
See, that is a stretch, dude. That's a stretch.
It is. That's what I'm saying. It's a stretch, but the main baddie in Shang-Chi is the top dog of the 10 rings, the Mandarin, right? Because he's got the legit 10 rings.
Mm-hmm.
But there are other, factions and leaders in that organization all across the world. Last I checked, Russia was a part of the world. Thanks, 5th grade geography. So maybe he was one of the leaders because I mean he had so much power. It just makes sense for him to, have some sort of control in that realm. I mean, sure, he probably didn't play a big part, but imagine he's got all of these Black Widows, right, doing his bidding. Just makes sense to have him as a 10 Rings guy. Because I mean, he could have Black Widow. I mean, he's got Black Widows all over the world, so he could have Black Widows in each one of those different countries where there's a 10 Rings leader.
Can we talk about how in Winter Soldier, or Falcon Winter Soldier, and this movie?
Well, they changed it to Captain America because you can say Captain America.
Yeah, but
in the end, yeah,
these two villains had so much power because the Order was literally spreading across the entire world because you don't know who's who, like if they're on the normal side or not. So Dreykov had the map, and he showed the entire map of who all the Black Widows he has in the entire world.
Yep.
And then the girl, I forgot what her name is in Winter Soldier. She literally showed a map on her phone, and it was like all over the country. Like it was like all over
the fist thing.
The fist. Mm-hmm. I feel like those are gonna play. We're gonna see both the Widows and
play a role in something.
Play a role in the next couple. This next phase, because they wouldn't.
Next couple of somethings.
Yeah, they wouldn't implement that if there weren't gonna be.
Now, do you think we're thinking too far into this? Because think about everyone's origin story.
Probably.
Like Thor.
Probably.
Like
maybe
Thor,
obviously they're not gonna go into galactic, but like Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Miss Marvel.
That's true.
Miss
Marvel. I mean, even if they don't play like a huge role, they're gonna play some sort of role.
Yeah, if they're gonna mention it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I guess I was kind of looking at this as like, okay, if we were looking at everyone's origin story. But I mean, I guess it's not even a really good thing because Captain America's origin story ties into this too. But like Thor's story and Iron Man's story, I don't know. I feel like there's got to be something, but I don't know, man. Actually, never mind. I don't know. Dude.
I think one of my big questions is, okay, let's get right to it.
Right.
Val.
Right to the news.
Val recruiting.
I am really liking this Dark Avengers, the Thunderbolts. Like, I'm liking this because it's like role reverse because she's just popping out of nowhere now. And it's just like, hey, I'm gonna recruit you. Hey, I'm gonna recruit you. And I'm like,
but Yelena's already been working with Val.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when she was at her tombstone, she's like, you're not supposed to see me on my vacation days or holiday days or whatever she said.
Yeah.
I was like, so you've been working with Val for a little bit now. And I wonder if what's-her-face got snapped. Because if she's been working with her, that means she has to be, she must have not gotten snapped.
I'd never thought about her getting snapped. I didn't think about
that's...
Or whatever it's called, whatever the complete... The sploosh or whatever blip.
Yeah.
She didn't get blipped, so it's like.
Although, I guess they don't. Do they say how long after everybody was snapped back was?
Because this seems like that end credit scene
seemed pretty fresh.
Because Falcon Winter Soldier, that was like not long after. WandaVision was right after.
Mm-hmm.
So
because. Technically, Black Widow was supposed to come out months before.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier too.
But because of the pandemic, they switched the lineup. Because that would have been like really weird if like they did. I'm glad we got introduced to her in Falcon Winter Soldier because she was like, "Hey, I'm this person."
Right.
Like instead of showing up in Black Widow, and be like. What?
I think what that was meant to do is just kind of like, give you a little taste.
Also, can we talk about how there's no 2 end credit scenes? It was 1, and I was like,
yeah,
what is this?
True.
Because it was like before the end credits instead of like after the end credits, which was I thought that was kind of weird, and I was like,
getting back to this Val, I know I mentioned this to James, and I did see a video on it, and I'm gonna throw it obviously in the video here. TVA, the way that they spell it, and the way that the I guess the words, like the lettering,
flip it upside down.
TVA, flip it, it says Val. It's VAL. It looks just like Val.
I think in a way that's probably stretching a bit too much, but I will agree with you that she could have ties to the TVA.
The TVA or the person that created it. And that and the team that she's assembling.
I'll wait till we get on the Loki section.
Yeah.
I'll wait to put my input on that. But
the next video the next one?
No, I'm gonna implement it in this video.
We'll do it right now because we're at 41 minutes. Do it.
What?
I think it is. I forget which Loki it is, but he's like a storyteller, Loki. I think he's in the lighthouse. What? Because he can literally create realities.
Storyteller. That's his name.
It's not his name. I can't remember what his name is, but
Loki.
He's a Loki variant that basically is just like creates illusions and stories that are just kind of like figments of people's imagination.
I can see the comic book picture. It's him with a bunch of pictures around him, and he's like smiling. Can't remember what his name is. That's who I think. Because I know this. I know it's Marvel. And I know they're not going to do Kang. I'm not going to get my hopes up now.
I think... I mean, they've already got Anthony Majors signed on. Like, it just makes sense. I mean, at least at the very least, they will do some sort of end credit scene where they like that first Thanos end credit scene from Avengers, where they just kind of do that one little, tease. Like, he doesn't even have to say anything. He just shows up. I mean, I think if they do that, they're just copying of what they've done in the past. But the one thing I will say is I am very curious as to why Val is tasking Yelena to go after Clint.
Okay. This is probably be the last couple.
It's gonna lead into Hawkeye, of course.
Right. Because I was thinking about this. We as the Watchers, we know what happened to Black Widow, obviously.
Right.
How does Val know what happened inside of the Avengers mission?
Mm-hmm.
How does she know? Because Black Widow sacrificed herself, and Hawkeye was trying to obviously.
Hold on to her.
How does she know?
I mean,
nobody knows what happened other than us.
Resource.
And now Val? No, I don't feel like the Avengers thing. Yes, James.
TVA. Right. I have a theory. It's Peggy Carter that told her.
Peggy Carter?
Not Peggy. What's her face from? Shannon Carter.
But how would Shannon know?
She has government information now.
Oh, damn, dude. Whoa.
Oh, fuck.
Get out of here. Get out. Go. Go away. Go.
Mic drop. Jesus.
Oh, shit, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, wow.
Okay.
She has government information now. And she said it's time to go for the big dogs.
Although, hang on, though. But this is supposed to take place before Falcon and Winter Soldier. So she didn't get government access until
the end credit scene is after Endgame.
It's after Endgame, but so is Falcon and Winter Soldier. Because Falcon and Winter Soldier was... How long was Falcon and Winter Soldier after...
They been working each other before this, though. I mean, they had to have.
I mean, yeah, but also, who's to say that what happened on Vormir and the whole time heist situation is government information.
You don't think?
I don't think they would have told him.
You don't think Captain America, Black Widow, who works for the government, they worked for the government?
Yeah, no, they work for the government.
You don't think they're like, hey, this is what, or sorry, not Black Widow, probably like Hawkeye. You don't think Hawkeye just said out of the blue, I'm sorry, I lost her.
Right.
It was either her. You don't think so? You don't think someone else?
I don't know. I mean, after the Sokovia Accords and everything, I don't know if they would have been all that trusting of the government. I mean, sure, Sam was in
but
Falcon
it's Carter, the granddaughter of the person who founded S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, but Carter wasn't there.
You don't think she was keeping tabs on everyone during the blip?
Maybe.
You really don't think so? She's the what was she called in the series?
Oh, power broker.
You know, the power broker. Yeah. She literally has connections to literally everything.
That's true. Dude, that is actually really good, dude. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I am not harping on your theory. I'm just trying to make sense of it all.
Yeah, dude. I could see it.
I mean, it makes sense, but I'm trying.
Who was she on the phone with at the last episode, end credit scene? Bow!
When she said, it's time to go for the big dogs.
Yeah. Hawkeye. Dude. We just did it. Dude, I think we did it. I think Marvel, I deserve to subscribe. So if you guys did not like the video, subscribe it now. This is a great time.
Yeah, this is... You know what?
That's works pretty good.
Did we even make a first episode?
Like, pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. Damn, I didn't think about that. That's true.
No,
I didn't even think about Carter being into this. I totally forgot about how she was on the phone the last end of credit scene.
Blew my mind.
Yep. Why I'm stuck?
Because this movie was supposed to come out before.
Yep, you're right.
And then she's like, "Hey, I got information about.
I have government information now." Yeah.
So.
Oh, I guess that brings up the question of who does Val work for too.
She's probably
if Val somewhere.
Who's Ross?
Right, Thaddeus Ross is secretary. What was he? Secretary of State.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
The guy with the
at least
the sick handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
Has it been confirmed that he was still in government affairs in Falcon Winter Soldier? Do we know?
I think they mentioned his name. I'm pretty sure.
I would imagine they have. But I would imagine he's probably still somewhat involved in government.
In the end credit scene, it has his name in it.
Does it?
Yes. In one of the case files, it says Ross on it.
Oh, with the superhumans. Yep.
Okay.
Maybe they made like a task force or something.
Bam. All right. Well,
that task force would be the Thunderbolts.
Never know. Well, I feel like all in all, this was. I feel like we covered a lot. I feel like we talked about a lot. I think we got a lot of stuff on the table. You guys obviously know our prediction now. All in all, Black Widow. Yeah, pretty good.
Oh, last thing. Scores. Would you give your scores on it?
All right. So, this is going to be our rating system. I'll tell you guys now. It's going to be a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is going to be the very, very best. You can't get any better. So now you guys have to think wisely on your predictions. And out of all the Marvel movies, you have to grade this accordingly. So
I think we should also do, since we made the first episode on the last episode of Loki, we should also grade that as well.
We can grade it. We can grade it. We'll grade it at the end.
At the end of every episode, we will grade everything we cover.
Also comments. Podcast. So when the new movies come out, we are going to give you an immediate reaction.
Yes. Right
after all three of us are going to go to the movies.
Yep.
And right after, we will give you our immediate response.
I'm going to vlog it.
We will go. This is the content you want.
Podcast vloggers.
We will give you our immediate reaction. So the next movie, Shang-Chi, we will give you
going to see.
Movie premiere. We will
And I am
go
going
see
to critique all of the martial arts in it because I am a certified expert.
So after tomorrow, or not tomorrow, after Wednesday, we have no Marvel until August. I think they just announced. I think it was August, end of August.
Yeah.
What if? What if got announced for end of August?
Yep. Now, hey, maybe we do some of that too, where like we all get together and now we watch everything together, and then
Yeah.
and then obviously we can get our reactions, obviously real time. We'll come back and podcast it up. All right. So great.
Final score.
Final score, and remember 1 through 10, 10 being the very, very best. You can't get any better. 10 is perfect, and it has to be real and true. 10 is perfect.
Who wants to go first?
Me.
Okay.
Captain Sally, you do it.
Way to
On a
bite the bullet.
scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the very best, perfect. And of all the movies that I've seen, and regarding this one now, starting the new phases and setting us up, I'm giving it a 6. I'm giving it a 6. That's a solid true. That's a solid true answer for me. 5 is middle of the road for me. So it wasn't the very best, and it wasn't the very worst. I'm gonna have to meet in the middle. There were some really good things that I like, and some okay, some things that in the movie I feel like could be better. Boom, 6. That's my answer.
Very solid. Very solid. Respectable.
Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go in the order of the cameras. So James, you go next.
Drum roll. I gave it a 7.
Okay.
6.5, 7.
Okay.
I'll give it a 7 because it was a very fun movie, very action
Enjoyable.
filled.
Yep.
We got our origin story, a more in depth. I'll say in more in depth story on
Okay.
Black Widow, her background, some new characters coming out, all this kind of stuff. But it wasn't. I wouldn't say. I would give it a above mid tier.
Okay.
It's not terrible. It's not, like Blake said, not the worst, not the
Right.
best, but
Right. But good movie. Good movie.
it was a good movie.
Good movie.
For starting off the movie for 2 years out
Yep.
from the last movie, I will give it a 7.
I think that's very respectable, and I think I'd have to agree with that. I mean, it had, everything, almost everything that most people would really want in a good Marvel movie, and that's action. And the plot was there. It wasn't the greatest plot in the world. It brought some new things into it. Kind of went over some old things that had been talked about in the past, like Budapest, but as a whole, it didn't tie all of it together beautifully. I mean, maybe there's just kind of setting stuff up to tie it all together in some future, movies or episodes. Even if it's I think if anything, they're going to tie it all together with Hawkeye, because that just kind of makes sense. They have origin stories that are going to be more one the same.
Absolutely.
But
I want to add on, it still has a lot of loose ends.
yeah.
I agree.
There's a lot of like, oh, it's leading up to this thing, and then it's just you just sit there. It's like at a roller coaster, you don't go down the hill. It's like you're just sitting there. You're like,
And then it's like you get off the roller coaster and get on a whole new one.
and you're just like,
Right.
that didn't answer my question.
Right.
Right.
All this.
So yeah, I feel like that's very good. So
Yeah.
all right, boys. Well, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I know everyone's appreciate it. We've had some good feedback on the podcast, so we're gonna keep it going. But yeah, we went pretty long today. But I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll put some timestamps in there, and so you guys can kind of not skip, but if you want to watch a certain part of what we're predicting, we can do that too. So yeah, so guys, please, if you haven't already, please give a like on the video. It really helps us out to show the love, get the word out there, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us, tell us that, yeah, you guys are interested in this, and this is something that we're going to continue to do and get better. And yeah, as James said, do live reaction stuff. We're going to vlog us going to the theaters. It's going to be cool. So I'm excited, and I'm excited, to bring you guys along in the journey with us. So
movies are really I think it's going to be movies are going to probably be a little bit longer podcast because it's a movie.
Right.
It's not
yeah.
not the little episodes where we do like 30, 45-minute segments. I feel like
Right.
movies, it's going to be you get two and a half hours of
Mm-hmm.
content just blown up in your face. So it's
No, yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot to cover, a lot to talk about, a lot of theories to be thrown around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's just something we'll throw in the description, and I'll let everybody know. So yeah, all right. Well, we're gonna end off here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching again. We really do appreciate it. And yeah, and we are gonna catch you guys in the next video. All right, guys. Thank you, boys. I love you. Peace.
peace.